Ebusuafo Memamu ina akwaba edeba the breaking news segment of Freemind family. Ebusua anope de medemo ko eye Akyem Batabi. Areho sema yensa kan se asori dan bi a etoa so miensa na ese a 3-story church building. Ebu a bro ni be kan se a collapse attrape church members no asesi a menemo kase sebi ba ko de we free mu atoa nananom ewo ensiedo eye areho sempa. And mind you, this is not being reported by any random blog, no. This is being reported by Daily Graphic, the #1 newspaper in Ghana, the most trusted and the most authentic newspaper in Ghana. Intimate news sebi yenya information bia eye fake news every baby and aye babeka ho asem. Debi we know eye from trusted source. Ebusua my main kind information no mamo. And I read, this is from Daily Graphic, I repeat. Akyem Batabi, 3-story church building collapses and traps worshippers, 1 dead. That is the headline. And I read, a 3-story church building belonging to the Church of Promise has collapsed at Akyem Batabi in the eastern region, trapping some worshippers. This incident happened Tuesday afternoon. Graphic Online's correspondent in the area, Samuel Cheibuatin, reports that about 65 worshippers were in the building at the time of the collapse. 4 people, as of 4:30 p.m., had been rescued. 1 dead body has been retrieved from the wreckage. A bulldozer is currently on site trying to move the wreckage so that lives could be saved. According to Cheibuatin, the voices of those trapped inside could be heard with some screaming for help. Ebusua na areho sema ewo hono no. Hey ebusua religion is a scam. Chai! Religion is a scam, my dear brothers, my dear sisters. When we tell you religion is a scam, it's not as if we are lying to you or throwing dust into your eyes. No, of course religion is a scam. Because yensha dibi se ejidifo anase believers etimi ekohyiemu ewo nyankopon fie se omo ekwa kosom omo nyankopon na se sebi mpreduasa ehompu omo nyankopon no entimi emmo omo ho ban a ehefa biem na ogidi ni ufiri se unyankopon na wosom no obetimi abo ho ban. And this is not a shocking news to me because we hear of stories like this each and every day. Obetini say terrorists will be everywhere. Sorry, demo about church members need near to. Obetini say terrorists be everywhere. Mosques shooting Muslims who are praying to Allah and all these things. All these things happening around the world, and still believers don't want to reason out of the box. Ebusia even sebi yen ananom som. Yakonfo ene yedonsifo a yebu omo se ne omo ye no krampo eye atantan de asebi omo ye okotofo ne omo ye no eye devilish ene ade mpo no. I don't think say bibi eba be si shrine no mu a nananom entimi eyi nkire omo ana say obi mpo betimi atwetuo se okọ nobokpo akwakobo sebi konfo a oso nobokpo lutuo. I don't think that can happen. Now so boko hyiemu o ma sorry demo na edai to me bugu mo so ekunipa bako dia, then where is the power of your God? A God who is not capable of protecting his own children, even in his presence, has no power to protect them when they are no longer in his presence. Ebusunya eyareho sem na asredanya ebui. It might be as a result of so many factors. Say be a building materials are omu use your cramp na enye papa and say be a baby omu see a dino cramp na assassin enye eyensuomu. There are so many factors that could have contributed to the collapse of the 3-story building. Inti eno cramp no comes to advise us as a people say sebi yen take ye dan see measures no seriously. So what to assassin as unim say a hono eyensuomu a minua mento e dan na wo sin so make sure say number of cement bags now we use the recommended number of cement bags. We be use those who are experts in building. Institutions for also issue building permits be cautious with your work. Say don't grant building permit to just anybody because they have given you some brown envelope. Sabi more young because bibia idea dance say nyame bia ni hwa obo nipa nkwa ho ban ye nkwa no ewo yensem Young kwan ewo yensem wo de yemfa ne say 90% ewo yensem na yemfa 10% no ema nature, because there are so many uncertainties in life sebi enye bibia e na ibetimi a prevent it. Inti yemfa ne say 10% no eye ne ayentimi prevent it, which are just happenings that comes with life, and I say which is part of nature. Yemfa no man nature. 90% ne die ewo ya nkasa yensem. Inti se ebenyi acha ewo ya nkasa yensem. Yen hyase emo yen kwa ho ban. Yesi dan ya yen take precaution. Na sebe we yegidi ni a I even wonder say mo Bible na krampo akire mo say sebe mu Nyankopon no enye asori dan ya nipa de ne nsasi mu na wote na emom ote mu nipadua mu nipadua na asori dan. Enti I still cannot understand why believers cannot keep off the church, or believers are unable to keep off the mosques. Menu abema so tena wo demo ebu nkotodwe esufre Onyankopon a onyame no sabi baabi a obia obetie wo mpaebo sabi onyame no so ho a concrete emu nasom onyame no sabi oni ear problem na onye deaf and dumb enti so hye okokoa mu mpo na so de o recite onsem no kakra bi a even say obi to nchen kra onti e de kire Onyankopon na I believe say Onyankopon no say na wo claim say oye living God no e say otimitie wo mpaebo. It's not about walking miles or doing everything possible to gather in a particular place to shout on top of your voices and disturb those living around you. It is a sorry dying, it me ebu, eku ojidini, etrape ebinom omo krampono, lucky na omo aye. Lucky na omo aye, nyesanka omo ina asibeshe drebe. Sa sorry dying to me this ejuma we, na se Munyankopon to me tena soro, ehwe. Say omo praise no, omo hype no, omo man of fans, omo de 10% of their money breno, omo tithe offering breno. Say samu nyame timi se ehwe se edan emu enkumu dia. Then where is the power of your God? This is the time that you've got to question the system. This is the time you've got to question your God. This is the time you've got to question the belief that you hold dear to your heart, the belief that you are ready to sacrifice your life for, the belief that you are ready to do all it takes to defend. This is the time that you've got to question that belief, my dear brother, my dear sister. That is why you see your pastors moving around with bodyguards, moving around with police escorts, because they know, say, protection be any baby. There's nothing like a divine protection. Minya bema. Ye wo wiase aye nipa na ebo nipa ho ban. America for atro omo dollar chi in God we trust. Now so emera omo ni Vietnam for enya war no de omo enya ntokwa no ama angels so. Omo enya ntokwa no in the hands of angels and supernatural beings to fight for them. They went to Vietnam, they fought, and some way somehow they lost. Emra Iraq omo enjai ama asura abofu. They went to Iraq to invade Iraq. Libya sabe penso na omo yeye. In God we trust, no sabi omo tro no kwa. Omo ankasa they don't believe in that God they proclaim. In God we trust. Now so American president moves around in the beast. A pained, a fortified, luxurious car. I sabi say grenade impo ain't been blasted no. A year 100% bulletproof. Ne tie no crampo no akwa say that there, and that's why they call that car the beast. And so dollar na a share American president bottom no. Ya throw a tree in God we trust. So in which God are you trusting? In which God are you trusting? The fact is that we put one bulletproof. A movie around a bulletproof car so crampo say you trust man and not God, because animal no a man yeah. Sa animal no a nipa nsa no adwuma enti eno put the dance say you trust man and not God. The mere fact is that you are protected by the secret service. Crampo the dance say you protect men and not God. So jinamidi dia they move about alone and let that your God protect you. Uji Unyankopon dia move about alone and let that your God protect you. Let us see. Abusia moma yensu nyansa se kasa se ya men kasa na Freemind and no time Christopher and a Freemind hates the church and a Freemind debe. I don't hate the church, my dear brother, my sister. because you have your own life to live. Me chira wo say wa sorry no nipa na inventi emfiri nyame bia nkreti som bia na nyame bia entro book bia di wo som na wo som ene o Jesus na wo de wo hu nya to ne so no o Jesus no say bi oni ho. He has never been there for you and he will never be there for you. But if you still insist on going to the church, which I cannot prevent you or force you, the American they say mo wadwe nya adwuma na ba wani na ho na yabu mo ache me nua ba me nua bema ya dada mo ache. It is a sticker na wato ewo sofo bi ho ede aba wo dan nim. Sa sticker na wato ene sa nioma ne oil na wato de esi wo dem say oil no bo ho ban no. Wa sori dem ho mpo, even the venue ho krampo mu nyame no entimi a ma wo ho ban. Into fi say ofie e na beto sticker bi every venue ho ede akwakoto ofie ama onyankopon no aba ho ban ana. Me nuanom, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Divine protection bi ho aka your pastors will not be moving around with police escorts. Protection, divine protection be or and I said spiritual protection be or and your pastors will not be moving around with police escort, with bodyguards, and with all the ammunition that they can lay their hands on. The fact that they do that is a testimony. Say divine protection be anyhow, spiritual protection be anyhow. Sebi ahoban bo in that sense be anyhow. So up ahoban bo apeska ye jumaden na onyeska also for bodyguards to be say ye mo ahoban. Now to see that to home wall, na pe wire net be fe gu wall no so. That is the only time that you will also be able to protect yourself. Now till now say me the nyankopon me come for me the nyankopon e hwe me so me the Lord is my shepherd. Share ube wu nkwase ewu. I'm telling you. What you say the Lord is your shepherd da ube wu nkwase ewu. Ebusia e arehosem ana asema esi ana say arehosem a yensa kan a free Akyem Batabi no. No. Timinu ya no munsua nyansa. Nyame asori dan pu na ebuyi. Nyame baabi a yehia esum nyame krampu na sabi edan etimi bu ekum yani na ne ya yete yefie de. Baabi a yehia esum nyame mpo na edan etimi bu ekum yani na ne ya ye wo ye personal houses mu de are we safe? Yani a baabi a ye wo no enye nyankopon fie de are we safe? Minua the concept of God no say nyankopon bi ohokrambo asa nyame no otiumu eye onipa dua ene na asori dan enu nti no say obo abrabopa. The fact is that you preach consciousness no just say live anyhow or live any life you want. There be near your person e kire woni say judgment day bi ani baabia heaven and hell bi ani baabia na emum abrabo aye bui near ye hu say eye much evident ne say nipa bia ne obedua no eno na obetwa. What you do follows you anywhere you go. Ni obeye no esonsunso aso no wa na obenya. Enti enompo comes to encourage us say let's try as much as possible to live a good life, because obo bra bonia consequences no ebeba also. Sounds na say obo bra papa nso a consequences no eye wa also na ebeba. Ebusua, forget about the church. Forget about the mosques. Millions of people existed before the introduction of Islam and Christianity and all these things. Those people never saw the Bible, neither did they hear about any Christ, neither did they ever step foot in the church. But they were still, most of them were still able to live the life expected of them. You can be a human being without the church. You can be a human being without the mosque. You can be a human being without the Bible and the Quran. Just use your brain. That is the only thing nature gave you. That is the original manual that nature gave you, your human brain. Use it and be smart. Ya bumache. Ebusuya, ya bumache. Ya bumache o. Ya bumache. And I repeat before I end my message. A God who is unable, who is not competent enough to protect his children in his presence, is not capable and competent to protect them when they are out of his presence. So simple as that. Ebusuya medibesia. Made the Freemind. Makramo.